What's up, guys? Welcome on back to the channel. Thank you, as always, for being here, for showing up. You didn't have to. There's so many places you could have been. Didn't even have to be here. You could be out right now, doing some shopping, doing some groceries, doing some whatever you're doing. But you are here. So while you're here, join me as we listen to some more Emerson, Lake, and Powell. We're going to listen to the first track on the second side of the album here, which is going to be Touch and Go. A little bit of a boop and a little bit of a scoop. So let's go ahead and give it a listen. We'll talk about it after. Let's go. Sounds familiar.
Man in the street, nowhere to sleep. No time for nothing, nobody to lead. Pedal to the middle, blow by blow. You're running with the devil, it's touch and go. Believing you're nothing, nowhere to go. Just put you in the corner like an old banjo. The strings are breaking, but you can't say no. You're running with the devil, it's touch and go.
That's that big arena filler. You know I like Emerson's keys, right?
You see this woman on a TV show. She's dripping in diamonds from head to toe. They make you believe it's the status quo. You're running with the devil, it's touch and go.
I like Powell's drumming right there. Okay, did this track from ELP, did it single, did it chart, did it make any waves? Because this is such a perfect, succinct, kind of like single sounding track from the album that like, it's an arena filler. That's what I hear from this, right? It's big, it's massive, it's grandiose. Then you have those little tiny moments of subtlety where Emerson weaves some sparkly keys in there. And then it just expands. Of course, Lake, I enjoy his voice in general, but in here when he's singing out, touch and go, like, it's, come on, it had to, right? Okay, so for this particular track, yeah, Touch and Go is the debut single, which peaked at number 60 on the Billboard charts and Cashbox called it Thunderous Large Scale Rock Drama. So I'm actually curious. So this peaked at number 60. I gotta tell you, I would think that this would peak a little bit higher. 1986? Well, maybe 86. I don't know. I guess there were other genres and artists and bands kind of making more waves probably. And maybe ELP, this version of ELP, I guess maybe would have been looked at maybe a little bit like of a dinosaur kind of coming back. I don't know. I'm only speaking, trying to look back at that time and get the context, but I don't have it. But I can definitely see, like, I guess this not making the single and radio waves that I guess, maybe other bands and groups and stuff were making at the exact time. Because it really does sound like something that would resonate with a lot of audiences. Is that big synth sound. It's still retaining some of that sound from Emerson specifically that you would hear from like the progressive roots of ELP. But of course, there's nothing progressive about this. This is just, to me, just a straight pop rock arena filler. Now, I'm going to tell you, I do have a little bit of a bias towards it because, one, I really like Lake's voice, period. And then two, I really like Emerson's playing and the specific tones that he uses. Yes, they are dated in a way, but at the same time, what's dated for a lot of you guys that you've been listening to for years, I've been listening to ELP for as long as I've started this reaction channel. Whenever I first listened to, I think it was The Barbarian. Maybe that was my first song I listened. No, I think there was one before that. Either way, so it's not dated to me in a sense just yet. So I enjoy this for what it is. I don't think it's like the most amazing thing ever, but I enjoy it for what it is. It's kind of like one of those, okay, that's a nice track. Kind of floats by me. A little, I won't say immemorable, but doesn't make huge waves. Now, I do see here that the main synthesizer part is based on the English folk tune Lovely Joan, which I don't believe we've heard. I don't know if that's the beginning opening, because the opening did sound a little familiar, but I don't know if that's because I recognize Lovely Joan, or if it's just because of Emerson's tones that he uses is kind of the same thing that he uses with ELP. Not this ELP. You know what I mean. Let's go into these lyrics here. Man in the street, nowhere to sleep, no time for nothing, no petit Philippe. Pedal to the metal, blow by blow. You're running with the devil, it's touch and go. They're leaving you nothing and nowhere to go. Just put you in the corner like an old banjo. The strings are breaking, but you can't say no. You're running with the devil, it's touch and go. Like you're being used, abused, and thrown in the corner, thrown in the closet like an old coat. Systematic one-man show. You're cut up in the middle where the four winds blow. No salvation, 20 below. You're running with the devil. It's touch and go. Is this literally kind of autobiographical, maybe about tour life? Like you're just moving one place to the other. It's touch and go. Like there's no time for, laying roots, foundation. It's just da 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 da. And perhaps it's even a commentary towards like record labels and stuff, perhaps using bands and musicians, like just trying to squeeze the most juice out of them that they can. Or maybe I'm completely wrong. All systems go, friend or foe. It's all depending on the dice you throw. Come without a warning like a UFO. You're running with the devil, blah, blah, blah. You see this woman on a TV. She's dripping in diamonds from head to toe. They make you believe it's the status quo. You're running with the devil. It's touch and go. So like, you see people, which I guess is very applicable today, looking on social media. You see people at their best, and it gives you a false sense of worth, I guess you could say. And you're like, man, this is what I should be and aspire to be. But it's not. It's just a moment. It's touch and go. It's not real. I feel like my arrow is at least hitting the target. Just maybe not a bullseye. Anyways, let me know what you guys thought of it. You can let me know in the comments down below. You can let me know. Actually, that's it. You can follow me on Twitter, support the channel on Patreon. Thank you so much for being here. I'll see you guys later. Bye.